The other day I received a very unique compliment. A person from a non-commerce background came up to me and he said that, "Ma'am, it's because of you that I have started paying higher taxes." Basically, he had learnt the art of investing by watching all my lectures. Well, if he can, why can't you? To start your investing journey, enroll now. Why can I see myself very blur? Yes, better. Hey folks, CA Rachana Ranade here, and I welcome you all to another important Thursday live stream. I'm sure you might be like, what is this title? Nifty at 21,000. Last Thursday, when we did our live stream, we were discussing about lower levels. We were discussing about a very crucial level of 18,800, if you remember. For those who have been watching the live streams very religiously, very regularly, last Thursday, do you remember the level that we had discussed, the primary level? As I said, that this is one level which I feel is a very strong support, and if that is broken, then we talked about lower levels. But last Thursday, I had told that I am going to start investing. I'm going to use this as an opportunity to invest a chunk of my total investable amount now. And if you remember, I had told that around 1/3 of whatever I would be investing, I would be investing at 18,800 level. And I told that I would be investing immediately next day or maybe on Monday. And like we discussed, I did invest. Don't ask me which stocks. Okay. But everyone has to do their own analysis. Everyone has to decide for themselves which stocks they feel are fundamentally strong. Acha, I just want to know from you all. It's okay if you don't disclose the stocks. It's of course, don't disclose how much amount you have invested. But just tell me, after watching last Thursday live stream, how many of you were of the opinion that yes, 18,800, after we discussed a lot of points, right? See, whenever we discuss about levels, we do talk about technical analysis, we do talk about option chain sometimes. So when I discussed the whole technical analysis, how many of you did invest in whichever stock you wanted? Just if you can just type out a yes or no. Did you invest some chunk of your money at 18,800 level? People are saying, yeah, strong support is what Siddharth says. Absolutely. Balaji says averaged. Prasanna say I too invested. Okay. Anyone else? Rajesh says he has also invested. Dooms LYR also said all invest. Acha, invested. Fantastic. Ranjit says I had no funds, so no investment. Ranjit, kuch bhi. Kahi. There have to be some funds. Huh? Okay. So nice. I'm happy. Kya baat hai? Siddharth says Diwali shopping. And we had in fact discussed it the other day that could be like a Diwali sale before Diwali. And happy that people are wanting to, learn something new and wanting to understand the technical analysis and overall economic scenario, option chain and whatnot. And that is what the whole intent of our Thursday live streams is, right? So what am I going to do? I'm going to quickly share my screen again, and I'm going to show you as to what I feel again about the overall technical analysis. And here we have the Nifty chart. Okay. Where were we last Thursday? This is where we were, 26th October. And last Thursday, we were at 18,857. And I said, we're at a very crucial support. And this was the line that we had drawn last Thursday, if you remember, right? How had we derived at this line? We saw that Nifty had taken a resistance here. It had taken a resistance here. And once a resistance, ideally then should act as a support. And that is what it actually did, acted as a support. And from there, it has bounced up almost, how much percentage? Almost 1.5% from there. On a weekly basis, not bad at all. Okay. Now we have to understand that why 18,800 was a support. Any other reason? So if you remember, we had taken the 200 days moving average also, and 200 days moving average comes up very much closer to this levels again, 18,842. So I feel this is a strong support, no doubt about that. As for option chain also, almost 19,100 is a support, but that's very close to where we are today. Today markets closed at 19,133. So 19,100 is a very, very close call. But 18,800 I feel is again a super strong support, and ideally that should be honored, is what I suggest, is what I feel. Sorry, right now, if I were to go to one more important point now, would market rally back to back from here? Though I don't feel so. There'll be some hiccups in between, no doubts about that. Reason being very simple: there are a lot of macroeconomic factors which are in play right now. But overall, if you ask about two major points, I mean, those who saw the video that I did yesterday, just in case if you did not, would highly recommend to watch that video. Puja, if you can just paste the link of that video about why I feel that a pre-election rally can be on the cards. For those who did not see, just one slide from the entire video I would just quickly want to show you here. You will be easily able to see that 1 year before the election, this much is how I mean, this is how much the returns that markets have given. If I'm talking about 1991, 96, 98, 99, 2004, 9, 14, 19, this was the whole data that we had analyzed, and based on all these years, there were years when markets gave a negative return 1 year before the election, and this one though was about the whole crash, right? The 2008 crisis, Lehman Brothers crisis. And if you see 6 months data, this was just 1 year out of all these pre-election years where the markets had given a negative 6.5% return. Now, in this scenario, you can see here 5%, 11%, 9%, 9%, 15, 16. Even if I say 27% is an outlier, 10 to 15% is what we can see here itself. And if that be so, 10% from here, from 19,000, even if I say 10%, it will be closer to 21,000. Now we'll also see whether we can see that level here, closer to 21,000. Now, if you see here, these were the highs, and if I were to touch the highs here, you can see 20,500. This is November. Of course, if I keep on pulling the line, that will be till May. It may come closer to 21,000, but I think testing higher highs definitely can be a chance. As I mentioned, not straight away directly from here, maybe a little bit sideways, a small correction, but again upwards. This may happen, right? One more point that I wanted to share with you is what I had also discussed in yesterday's video, which was about the Japanese yen, and which was, sorry, not about the Japanese yen, the Japanese 10-year Japanese government bond yield. So this is also what I discussed, and there were few questions that were raised in the comment section, so I thought I should also clarify it here. Now, what had happened, just to give you a quick gist in like half a minute, Japanese Japanese government bonds, the 10-year Japanese bonds, they had a strict capping at 1%. So, in simple words, just to simplify, every government issues bonds, and they command certain yields, right? The Japanese bonds were commanding a yield up to maximum 1%. Why? They had strictly capped. The government had said the yields can't go beyond 1%. Reason was very simple: they were struggling with lower levels of inflation, they were struggling with the economic growth, and that was the reason why they wanted to boost the economy. They wanted to, in fact, they wanted inflation, in fact, to kick in, right? And here you can see there were minus 0.5% rates as well for yields. Now, if you see, this is the revised chart. Here you can't see minus 0.5%. In fact, the 1% strict capping has also been removed, and they are now mentioning this as a reference rate now. Now, if this be so, ideally, there is a possibility that Japanese yields may attract more and more investors. Now, where have the Japanese investors been investing till now? They have been the largest buyer. Japan has been the largest buyer of US Treasury bonds. So I think very few people knew about this. So when I discussed this point in yesterday's video, many people appreciated. Acha, we did not know that US Treasury bonds ka highest, one of the highest or the largest buyer is Japan. And now understand, if Japanese investors find that, okay, our yields are also shooting up, then they may feel that, okay, why not pull out money from the US market and park it in Japan? Has this started yet? Can't see that from the yields and from the currency movement. But if that be so, then again, US will be left with no choice but to decrease the yields so that a stability is maintained. I've explained this in detail in yesterday's video, so I'm not explaining it in absolute detail right now. Please do watch the video yesterday, which I released yesterday. And that is the reason why I told that there is a great possibility that FIIs, in fact, may start seeking more and more interest in the equity market. So one doubt that was asked yesterday was about a fact that, is it possible that 5% is what is the yield in USA, 1% is what is the yield in Japan. Why would investors want to come to Japan even if they're getting 5%? There is a concept called as interest rate parity. Okay. So, in simple words, I'll just quickly try and tell you. If you want to learn about this in detail, let me know. I would definitely love to make a separate video on that. But the simple logic is that, see, right now, US has higher interest rate and Japan has lower interest rate. So, can I say, if anyone is investing in Japan, they are getting 4% less interest. Correct? Just pay attention 2 minutes. USA commands a yield of 5%, Japan commands a yield of only 1%. Okay. Now, if interest rate parity were to hold true, if this economic theory of interest rate parity were to hold true, it is said that whatever extra an investor gets here, that is 5%, that will be set off by the currency forward. Okay, so basically, difference in interest rates will be set off in the forex gains. See, I'm oversimplifying this. There is a concept of spot rate and a forward rate and whatnot. But just to simplify things for you, if if an investor is getting 5% in US yields and 1% in Japanese yields, they are getting 4% more in US yields, right? This extra 4% will be ideally set off in the forex movement of Japan and US, and that is the reason why a parity would exist. What do we mean by parity? Parity means similarity would exist. Whether an investor wants to invest in Japan or in US, then that investor would ideally be indifferent, is what the interest rate parity says. Okay, it's a very tricky theory. I just tried to oversimplify this for you, but let me know if you would want me to make a separate video, because this is hardcore economics, right? But having said that, interest rate parity on paper, in theory, will hold true, but not every time it will hold true to the core, and there will be some level of arbitrage opportunities, right? And with this arbitrage opportunities, a lot of investors may take their positions looking at those opportunities. So that was the reason why I had mentioned that these Japanese yields increase may in fact be a good sign for our markets. So last 10 15 10-15 minutes, last 2-3 minutes समझ में आया कि नहीं आया, I don't know. अच्छा, Ranjit is saying something. In simple words, the Japanese yen will weaken by 4% against USD. Absolutely. That is what I was trying to tell. That if the USD yields, the dollar yields are gaining 4% extra, this will be offset by Japanese yen weakening by 4% against the USD. And that is the reason why all in all gains will be same. So whether you are investing in India or whether you are investing in Japan or whether you are investing in US, ideally the rates should be more. Ideally the gains should be more or less similar. क्या बात है, क्या बात है. गणेश से समझ गए. डूम्स एसएल वायर इतना डिफिकल्ट नेम क्यों रखा है. आ गया समझे समझे. वेरी नाइस, क्या बात है. I'm glad you're all are taking some interest in economics as well, because finally, if you understand some macroeconomic data points, if you are able to analyze that, interpret that, it brings in a different flavor to equity market analysis, and it's absolute fun analyzing equity markets in that case. Uh, if you, again, as I mentioned, if you want me to make a separate video on interest rate parity also, let me know. Acha, do you enjoy economics videos? Because yesterday also I had mentioned about this in one of my videos. Quickly, acha, I don't have a poll here right now. I'll have to open YouTube. Just give me a quick yes or no. Would you want me to make economics related video as well, so that you can understand the impact of global economics or macroeconomics on stock market? Raviji is immediately saying yes, enjoy. Others quickly, just type a yes or no so that I get a quick uh, heads up before making any economics related videos. Yes. Are kya baat hai? Loaded with yeses. Fantastic. Okay, so we'll make a point to make at least one video about economics on our channel now. Uh, Twinkle is also saying yes. Fantastic. Good. Happy to know that our entire community is here to learn more and more. But one thing which our community always lacks, they love to learn, but they don't love to. And what is that? I'm waiting. Everyone has understood till now? कसं काय चालेल असं? असं कसं काय? हे नाही चालणार. There are almost what 1,500 people who are watching and number of likes. Look at that. It's barely what 404. Chalo फटाफट. I'm waiting for like next 15 seconds. Quickly smash the like button. Uh, it does take some effort to collect data every Thursday without fail, and you know especially if it is about macroeconomic related data, it definitely takes some more time. But I love to do that, and if you love to watch it, then एक like तो बनता ही है, right? Okay, chalo. So with that, let me see. Fair enough. All right. Almost 50%. Not bad. Chalo. Almost 50%. Others will take it up further. No worries. Okay. Separate video, please. Okay, fantastic. How was Karwa, ma'am? Uh, we don't celebrate actually. I've only seen this in Hindi movies. The what do you call that? Chalmi, I think. So it's not a part of Marathi culture. I have some friends who celebrated, so I wished them, but I didn't celebrate it. Okay. गणेश is saying सब एक दूसरे से रिलेटेड है तो मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स का इंफॉर्मेशन रखना ही पड़ता है क्या बात है यस 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 फैंटास्टिक Okay, so with that, wrapping up the macroeconomic data today, just wanted to share this with you all. Second thing, many people were asking me about one more stock. If you have been watching the videos on our channel every single time, whenever a video comes up, I hope if you are watching that, which was the video that I did last Friday. Last to last Friday, I released a video, and I had mentioned that this stock is up by 162% in 1 year. Uh, And today, some more news came up about the stock. Voice is cracking. Is that so? And today, acha, is it better now? Just let me know. Um, I've just changed a small setting. Just let me know if the voice is clear or not. Raviji says REC, Purna says REC, Ganesh says REC, Balaji REC, Prasanna REC. No, all okay now. No, it's not cracking. Perfect. Fantastic. So we had discussed one stock, and that was REC. Feels good whenever we try and do some analysis. The whole thought process of that video was to make everyone understand as to why was there a rally in this stock. Okay, uh, if you have been watching our channel since a long time, we have been discussing this stock around 130, 140, 150 levels. Um, and a lot of things are happening in this stock right now. Uh, yes, absolutely. Raviji is saying REC stock you released on Women's Day. We are waiting for Men's Day stock. Okay. Uh, Rajesh says today again my profit percentage reached 95%. Phew! Nice. Raviji says I could not buy much quantity of REC and the stock did not stop. I know. It's a pain, but I'm happy that it's a part of my portfolio, one of the top stocks I can say. So just I mean everyone knows this, right? I've been talking about this stock for quite a long. I've always also mentioned that yes, it's a part of my portfolio, and that is the reason why I keep a close watch on that stock as well. And today, the results of this stock came up, and what fantastic results! So happy with the results. The stock has also, I mean, they've also mentioned about the dividend that they have, I think, 3 rupees and something, right? Let me just check quickly. Can anyone quickly tell me? I think it was 3 rupees is what I read today morning. If anyone can just quickly confirm, 3 rupees 50 paisa. Yes, uh, that is the amount of dividend that they have mentioned, which is the interim dividend. Not only that, I'll just quickly share my screener. Ravi ji is saying, ma'am, it should be called CARRE system. See, that's it. I mean, fundamental analysis is magical, and in fact, I had also discussed about this talk on a technical analysis basis also. So it is pure analysis, right? Uh, Feels good when the analysis comes up nicely. I'll just share my screen 1 minute. Okay, REC quarters, and if you see here, September quarter numbers came up. Sales all time high. Look at the profit numbers. Profit numbers have gone up from 3,721 crores to 4,838 crores. And if you are asking about even a year, be it a QOQ or a YOY, it has been a fantastic increase. Even if you're talking about operating profit, this is crazy. 9,162 to 12,180. Of course, the year there, I'm sure there is going to be some specific item here because expenses can't be in negative. There's going to be some exceptional item or something like that. Other income may be clubbed up here or whatever. We'll have to take out the quarterly results for that to get an exact idea about what is the point here. But overall, amazing results that they have mentioned. And in fact, I was also going through an article wherein they have mentioned that uh, they are pushing more towards clean energy. Which article was I referring to? Was it this one or this one? Asset improved, loan book. Even this one, let me just search for clean. Mm-hmm. Where was I checking out? Acha, theek hai. Anyways, basically, I read about REC today that they are also going to focus more on giving loans which are about clean energy and green energy. So this also brought some cheer that okay, something new, and they have also mentioned how much. If others can also simultaneously check, right? It is about the clean energy loans or that they are going to mention that they are going to give. Second point they had mentioned about, they have also mentioned about the target loan book, about how much loans they are going to give up, they are going to give, they are going to disburse towards clean energy. So that is again a very good move, fantastic. All in all, I can say very good results. Dividend declared, stock is performing really well, right? Uh, So that was about REC. Gabru Jordar says, "Hi ma'am, I was eager to attend your today's session as I made money after your guidance of last video, 18,800 level. Thanks." But Gabru and everyone, the point here is that could the markets have gone down? Yes, why not? Markets have a right, have an authority to prove everyone wrong. Why only me? From 18,800, it could have slid further, and that was the reason why we had also discussed lower levels. So the best way, rather than timing the market, is taking out entry levels and just have smaller chunks invested at different pieces. Okay. I think Suzlon also came up with their results today, and pretty good results they have given. So many, I think it was also at upper circuit. Let me just quickly check Suzlon. At 4.31%. That is also one stock which has seen a very good rally. Have not tracked that very closely, to be honest, but it is gaining a lot of momentum. What is the impact of increase of bond interest rates on banks' profitability? Not see bond interest rates. So if you're basically talking about yields, if yields increase, then overall, what happens is that yields increase in the rising interest rate scenario. If interests keep on rising, then the overall loan disbursal could be on a lower side. So lower interest rates are always good for the banking sector. So now what is said, I'll tell you. So again, just to sum this up, now it is believed that banking and financial institutions can be one sector which can come in the limelight. And the reason, again, this is no speculation, pure macroeconomics. Okay, understand this. Whenever yields start to come down or whenever yields stagnate, first phase is generally stagnation, and then the yields will cool off slowly and steadily. Once yields start cooling off, the overall interest rate scenario comes down. If interests are lower, loan disbursal is higher. If loan disbursal is higher, top line is good and overall bottom line can be good. So for banks, for financial institutions, lowering yields can be a positive sign. How many of you tracked what happened in USA yesterday? Did they increase the rates there? Anyone can tell me what happened with the rates yesterday? US Fed rates, basically. Fed rate increased, decreased, or was kept constant? Quick answers. What happened with the Fed rate yesterday? Was it increased, decreased, or was it kept constant? Rajesh says no change. Meet says no change. Kya baat hai? Got two answers very quickly. Happy that people are also following the macroeconomics so closely. Constant pause. Very good, very good. So yes, there was a pause. The Fed rates were not hiked. This was not the first time that happened. This was the second consecutive quarter when the Fed rates were not hiked. They were kept constant. Now, this is a sign where maybe Fed is wanting to pause the rates. They are wanting to, maybe now they may think about even reducing it. Again, I've mentioned this in yesterday's video, why Fed would want to do that, why they would want to decrease the yields. And if why would they want to decrease the Fed rates, thereby decreasing the yields, right? So all in all, if this be so, this is going to be a very, very good sign for our markets. And that was the reason why I was closely tracking what is Fed up to, and they kept it constant. So happy with that as well. And yes, maybe that was also one of the reasons why we saw some cheer in our markets today also. Again, if you want to learn about all these macroeconomic concepts, I do have a separate course. I've mentioned about this in our previous Thursday live streams as well. The course is called as Economics for Stock Markets. Those who really want to learn about this, it's a very interesting area. I remember in school, in colleges, we were taught about economics, but I felt it was nowhere related to all this real life scenarios, was not related to stock market at all. And that was the reason why I felt it is so boring. But when I started to learn on my own, I got a lot of interest. So definitely check out the course, which is Economics for Stock Market. Kya baat hai? Which is saying already done the course. Kya baat hai? Fantastic. Exactly. One more point, Raju Gopal says, is that FI and net sellers still. That is the point. Till last month, they have been net sellers, and now if the yields start decreasing and if they start turning to be net buyers, then we'll see the main. Tab asli maza aayega. Raviji is saying the course was awesome. Thank you. Praveen says, ma'am, what about FI and DI? Exactly, that's what I'm telling you. Right now, FIIs are net sellers, but if this goes on in a similar direction, I would not be surprised if FIIs turn out net buyers in a month or two. Hemanji has sent a super sticker. Namaste, Rachana ji wala hi hoga. I am on StreamYard right now, but namaste, Hemanji. Okay. Rajesh is saying crude WTI cooled off and US 10-year bond yield cooled off. Good sign for the Indian market. Absolutely. So would also very good, Rajesh. I would also want to share my screen so that everyone also comes to know what are you saying. So if I were to just quickly show this to you, fixed income, US 10-year. Now if you see here, this is the US 10-year yield, okay? And if you see here, the yields have a look at this 4% cut yesterday, 4% cut in yields. This is also 1% cut. Now, if I were to take you zoom out view, let's have a look at this. This has seen, this is 2002, by the way, 2002 now. 2002, it took a resistance here, cooled off. Resistance, cooled off big time. And from here, look how it has peaked from here till here. And if it were to, ideally, we can see signs of it now showing some sort of weakness. It is exhausting a little bit. And if that be so, ideally from here, so I hope even if you have not tracked it very closely till now, this is 2002 ka data from 2 almost 6, then in 7 it has taken multiple resistances here, and we are closing towards that. So don't see a lot of room left. Highest as per this line would be 5.2, and after that ideally the downward journey should start. And if from here, still, why not? Also, if you are checking about the commodities, we should check the UK crude oil, and you can also see crude oil is also in a downward trajectory. Both sides, yields cooling off. So those who again want to write down some basic thumb rules, okay, would it be good for the market or bad for the market? You can write down these thumb rules. Yields are cooling off. US yields, US 10-year bond yield, or even our bond yields. Yields cooling off is equal to good sign for the market. Crude cooling off is equal to good sign for the market. Okay, these are some thumb rules that should be there in your mind. क्या बात है? Siddharth is a member for 32 months. Fantastic. Acha, I also did not welcome the new members today. I forgot to do that. Should get a tab for separate members. Yeah, it will be easy for me. I'll come to your point, Siddharth. Before that, Malivad Nirali, welcome to memberships. Then we have Anjali joining memberships today. Arunab Mukherjee joining memberships. So welcome everyone. Mukul has joined. Gabru has joined today only. Okay. Gurjinder, welcome to memberships. And who else? Adesh, welcome to memberships. And Tarun. Okay, welcome everyone. Going back to Siddharth's point. Man, false breakout in Rupa Industries reversed from 280 levels multiple times. All textiles had a good last quarter. Your thoughts on this stock? Okay, let me just pull up the technical analysis, which is Rupa. रूपा एंड कंपनी लिमिटेड आ रहा है, यहाँ पे रूपा इंडस्ट्रीज नहीं आ रहा है. Siddharth, just help. I've never tracked this stock, to be honest. Just help me with this. Rupa and company मतलब ही Rupa Industries क्या? If you can just quickly tell this so that I can pull out the stock for you all. Rupa and company. Okay, fantastic. I'll present the screen. So this is the monthly chart that I can see right now. This is one resistance that I can immediately see here. It had given a breakout, then cooled off, multiple resistances here, went up. Here again, it saw some support, again broke down, took this as a resistance, again a big breakout here. So I think until and unless this level is crossed, 324, I would not enter this stock because I can see good amount of resistance here. That's a simple, plain, quick analysis for this company. Okay, I did see this. When a stock is overbought based on some news on the company, but the company have average financial output, does this affect the P of the company? Average financial outputs. It's just about two parameters, right? One is price, one is earnings, and based on that, the whole movement will happen, right? Nothing else. So this will depend on. I mean, you just have to see the price, and you just have to see the earnings. Nothing else. Okay. Also, welcome Susana's Home Kitchen. Welcome to memberships. Okay. View on AGI Green Pack. No. We have made a different pack for our channel now. First, you have to share your analysis. Okay. First, you share something about the stock, then I will give my view. This is applicable for everyone now. You can't just ask, tell about this, tell about that. You have to tell about what is your analysis first, at least one point. Then I'll share my analysis. Pakka. Like even about Rupa and company, he said that it has seen multiple breakout and fake breakout, and then I said, okay, no problem. I will share my view. Because the logic is or the whole reason why we are here every Thursday without fail is that you also should learn, right, how to do your own analysis. For that we are here. Ma'am, your views on IKEA Lighting, Map My India, Dream Folks for long term, and do you have in your portfolio? IKEA, Map My India, I don't have. Dream Folks, I did. I have added in my portfolio, especially after the big fall. Let me just quickly Acha, by the way, Mapma India is fantastic. I did have it in my portfolio. I sold it. But if I get a good entry point, I would re-enter. It's a very good stock fundamentally. I like it. 1 minute. Dream Folks. Take up a daily chart. So if you see here, this stock is up. Oh, I did not see it for the last 1 or 2 days. So this was a big red candle when the previous results came up. And after that, the first entry point for me was somewhere around here. First entry. I averaged it around this level, around 467 level. So I somewhere averaged between 530 plus 560ish levels. So around 500 levels, and it's at 527 right now almost. But it has crossed the 200 days moving average, and the volume was also very good. But I feel that this is one line which I have drawn. Acha, this is the IPO ka day one ka almost high price. So if this is taken out, to maza aega. If this is also taken out, to bahut hi maza aega, because this is the next gap to be filled in that case. So there were reasons why this stock actually crashed post the quarterly results. And again, I've done a separate video on DreamFolks. Pooja, please paste the link of DreamFolks video. You will get to know why that stock crashed. I've mentioned the reasons there as well. But overall, with the rising travel tourism, I feel it does have some, I mean, I like that stock fundamentally. That was the reason why I've added it in my portfolio. But again, this is not a stock recommendation in capital letters, in bold, in inverted commas, everything. Okay. Ravi ji asked, is it there in your portfolio? I've answered. That's it. Nothing. Shetty Shrikar is saying, ma'am, your view on DreamFolks performance with HDFC Regalia's 1 lakh quarterly spending target for lounge access in your mind. See, that's the point. If you watch that video for DreamFolks, which I've done, the problem is that their margins were shrinking. So they earn some revenue from the whole lounge activity. So they don't directly get money for that. They are the facilitators for the lounge access basically. But they also have tie-ups with the lounge operators as well. And if their revenue is stagnant, or if that is decreasing, if lounge operators are the cost for lounge operator rental renewals, or the agreement renewals, I should say, is increasing, then their margin gets squeezed in. So in simple words, for DreamFolks, the margin was a big problem last quarterly result, and management had said that yes, there is. I don't remember the exact wording what management said, but they said that typically we love to pass on. I mean, it ultimately gets passed on, but there is a time lag within which it gets passed on to the ultimate consumer, right? And that is why we may see some hiccups in the current quarters. So let's see now how it pans up. Jerry, you have to share your analysis. I'm not going to answer till then. Okay, just last 1 or 2 quick questions. Anything else? Ma'am, what's your view on chemical sector issues like China dumping and all? What would be a good point to enter in companies? Gabru, if I don't know which level of membership you have joined. If it's a pro investor membership that you have joined, I do have a separate video on the whole specialty chemical sector analysis. Please go and watch that video. You'll gain a lot of knowledge. Yogesh is saying, how can we find that? Which sector can be in boost next? Would love to make a separate video on that as well. I can do that during Diwali. I can do that as a live stream, and would want to give 2 sectors which I feel can be the next ones to participate. So should I do that during Diwali? I typically do live streams on the Muhurat trading day. Those who have been watching the channel for a long time, they know about this. I do a live stream during Muhurat trading, and I do discuss some fundamentally strong ideas, which I feel stocks that are good fundamentally. Of course, those are also not recommendations, but you should understand how to analyze companies, right? So from that perspective, I do discuss few stocks, summarize whatever information is available in the public. So let me know if you, yeah, everyone is saying, okay, okay, nice, 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 nice. Everyone is saying yes, 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 fantastic. Okay, so I'll do a live stream during Muhurat trading, and I will discuss about two sectors which I feel could be the next ones, which may participate or which may trigger the next leg of the bull run as well. Yes, it was fun. Enjoyed. I started my day at 9 in the morning, but still charged. Love to do these Thursday live streams. Gives me more and more energy every single time. Oh, by the way, I'm in Bangalore tomorrow. I'll be in Bangalore tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and the day after that. So third, fourth, fifth, I'm in Bangalore. How many of you who are watching this stream right now are from Bangalore? Tomorrow I may find some tomorrow, or maybe on the 5th I may find some time. Some central area, if you can quickly tell me where. It can be just a normal meet and greet, nothing special. Would not want to arrange something, but Vimal is saying, Vimal, Suhas, they're from Bangalore. Ranjit is also from Bangalore. Oh, okay. 3 people have immediately replied, we are from Bangalore. Santosh is also from Bangalore. Kya baat hai? Sadanand is from Bangalore ke hi yahan pe sirf. Gaurav is saying, any plans to come to UK? Gaurav, send me a ticket, I'll come to UK immediately. Okay, so how will I communicate with you all? Is the big question. New member from Bangalore is what Pratik says. I will be near Taj. Where is NAS Summit? I'm coming for the NAS Summit, and let me just quickly check. I'll just quickly tell you. Taj Yeshwantpur. Is that in core Bangalore or outside, in the outskirts? Patho the ticket, madam, would like to host you. Sure, sure. Taj Yeshwantpur, Bangalore. Is it in the main area of Bangalore or outskirts? You can post your venue and where you wanna meet and the time, and people can come there. This is a good idea. Chalo, I hope everyone is following me on Instagram as well. And Acha Sadanand is saying that's in the outskirts. Okay, but I'm going to visit one or two offices apparently which are in the heart of Bangalore. Would update, and I would be updating that on Instagram. Okay, so don't forget to check out my Insta stories tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Would be definitely posting wherever whenever I plan the meet. It'll be a small meetup, nothing special, just half an hour, hi hellos, and if anyone wants to share anything during the meetup, quick meetup, right? Okay, so that is it from my side. I hope you enjoyed this one. Those who are from Bangalore, I'll see you all either tomorrow or day after tomorrow. And till then, I'll see you on next Thursday. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye bye.